Nvidia up by about 1.5% pre-market. Two firms raising their price targets yesterday on demand for the Blackwell AI chip. Joining us now is another analyst who is also bullish on the stock, Vivek Arya, Bank of America Securities Senior Semiconductors Analyst. Vivek, great to have you with us.
Good morning, Melissa.
I was reading your note from just a couple weeks ago, or last week. It could be. It's saying that Nvidia is relatively under-owned, which I thought was really surprising. The assumption is that the Mag 7, particularly Nvidia, is probably the most owned trade on Wall Street. What have you found?
Sure. Thanks, Melissa. I think the first thing to realize is that we just went through what is probably just phase one of large language model deployment. Now we are going to start phase two. That's when we will see a lot more optimized models, both getting larger in scope to increase their accuracy, but then also getting a lot smaller and optimized. And that requires a very flexible set of hardware, software, silicon. And that is, I think, the ecosystem NVIDIA is pioneered and created. And they are just at the start of their Gen 2 product, Blackwell, which will really start to kickstart this phase two of AI. So I think that's very important to realize that even though the numbers have gotten very big, we are still at the start of this deployment phase. When it comes to ownership, what our strategy team, led by Savita, have found out is that if you take a snapshot of active long-only fund managers across the U.S., that yes, a lot of them own NVIDIA, but the weightage with which they own NVIDIA stock relative to its weight in the S&P 500 is essentially just market weight, right? So even though it is one of the fastest growing stocks in our coverage and across technology, it's not actually among the largest holdings in a number of actively managed funds. So we do think there is scope for both a better earnings upside and, of course, a lot more weighting in investor portfolios.
How do you see NVIDIA trading for the remainder of the year in that in the first half of the year, it was all about this massive CapEx spending raised by the hyperscalers. That was a huge boost to the AI trade in NVIDIA in particular. And then you had Jensen Huang in the last earnings, raising Q2 guidance on the old chip, but also saying that there's going to be plenty of Blackwell revenue for the rest of the year. So they seem to be raising their own bar. What else do you want to hear in order to sort of keep this story going?
Sure. So today, the most reliable spender on the planet is the U.S. cloud customer, right? They are in a race to deploy these large language models. They have just gotten started. And it's interesting that if you double click on that, the most useful models that are out there, one has been developed by a startup, right, OpenAI, and the other has been developed by a company, Meta, which is not even a cloud service provider. So that's why I think it's interesting to see when people try and predict the peak of this cycle, when some of the largest technology companies on the planet don't even have a large language model that is rolled out and is being adopted in full scale. So that's point number one. I think point number two is that the demand which started from the cloud providers, I think will slowly start to expand into enterprises. There are a number of enterprises across a number of verticals, whether it's healthcare, whether it's financial services, transportation, retail. They also want to extract insights from all the data that they have. And a lot of times they want to do it on premise. And number three, look at the demand that is just starting from all the sovereign countries, right? Each one who wants to have their own set of large language models that are optimized for their own language, their own culture. So because of the diversity of demand is why we think the diversity of needs across NVIDIA's product stack, whether it's Ampere, whether it's Hopper, and now it's Blackwell. So that, I think, is the key, that the demand is a lot more diverse. And that is why you need a diversity on the product stack to address it.